What's up, Meta Nerds? This video is all about 4 different kinds of Wookiee weapons: the Wookie Side-Arm, the Wookie Slugthrower, X1 Carbine, and the Wookie Long-Gun. These weapons are used alongside the Wookie Bowcaster for everything from self-defense, hunting, to all-out war. Let's start by looking at the sidearm and work our way up. This blaster pistol, like all the weapons we will look at, was mass-produced by different Wookiee weapons workshops that were located all across Kashyyyk. Made of bronzium, the same stuff used in a droideka, along with some leather straps added to the grips, and had the power pack located here, with the 2 Tabana gas cartridges located over here. It appears that the purpose of these 2 triggers is either to act as some sort of safety, or perhaps a selective fire mode. This main trigger would initiate the battery pack, ionizing the gas that was released from the cartridges, which either had to be released by holding down this forward trigger, or if it was a selective fire, you could hold it down and release a continuous flow of gas for full auto fire. A similar mechanism was worked into the Wookie Slugthrower, the weapon that fired solid projectiles like bullets. But unlike a gun from here on Earth, the rounds fired in a Wookie Slugthrower were not accelerated by an explosion of gunpowder, but by the release of compressed gas, which was located in these canisters. And so the big, scary-looking Wookiees actually had a sort of supersized BB gun, one that could punch holes in armor and go through some shields. The X1 Carbine is actually a form of disruptor rifle, which means that although it followed the same process of energizing Tabana gas, turning it into plasma and accelerating it through the barrel, this plasma was energized in a way that was specifically designed to break apart the molecular bonds in the target. This same kind of tech was used in the more powerful weapons like the T7 ion disruptor, with the result that it would disintegrate the victim, resulting in such extreme pain that they were deemed inhumane and banned from the Senate. This ball here is where the gas was energized into plasma and sent down the barrel, where these vents were placed to dispel excess plasma that would build up with a high rate of fire. These were most notably used by the forces commanded by Meru Meru, the 250 years young chieftain, who fought to defend the beaches during the Battle for Kashyyyk. This rifle was one of the only Kashyyyk-made weapons that was highly sought after by non-Wookiees, as many spacers and bounty hunters used modified versions that were being sold on the space station known as the Avatar Orbital Platform, which was a site built by the Empire and the Trandoshans for the purpose of processing Wookiee slaves. The long gun is the only one for which we have a price, which was 2,000 credits, making it about 800 credits more than the Wookie Bowcaster, and twice the cost of the E11 that was used by Imperial Stormtroopers. This was also made of bronzium, giving this weapon a weight of 8 kilograms, or nearly 18 pounds, around the same weight as an unloaded M249 squad automatic weapon. This made it an enormous and unwieldy gun that was rarely ever used by non-Wookiees, but to make it even worse, it also packed a serious recoil that would knock most humans off their feet. It fired high-power shots that could blow apart B1s and punch holes in B2s, but this power came at the cost of only 10 shots per gas cartridge, which, just like the carbine, would be energized in this sphere before being accelerated through this barrel. And interestingly, all of these weapons, except of course the Slugthrower, fired green plasma bolts, like those shot from Naboo security forces and the Umbarans, which means that they may have been a higher quality and more powerful bolt than the common red, or the ionized for droids blue, but were still below the yellow that was used by most Mandalorians. So that's it for these 4 different Wookiee weapons. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you want to check out our social media, or ways that you can help support this channel, be sure to check out the description down below. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications. But more important than all that, remember, even an unarmed Wookiee can rip your arms out of their sockets, and the Force will be with you, always.